I'm getting really fucking sick of my game not having the right kind of vibe to it. Not very motivated to work on it because it's just kind of a bit stilted because the screens aren't animated and there's no sort of strong metaphor going on with the menus and stuff. So I was sitting up at the cafe and I want to make a sort of animated, rainy city night background to the whole thing. And I'm just listening to this Tommy Guerrero album, the old skater from the 80s. He's got these awesome sort of 60s sounding albums with this groovy kind of detective mystery kind of music, sort of jam band vibe to it. Maybe imitate some music in that sort of style with just by myself, or maybe with Evan or some of the Tambo jam band guys. Yes. So yeah, I've been listening to this cool Tommy Guerrero album, Lifeboats and Follies, which has got this cool sort of 60s thing going on. So I was up at the cafe drawing pictures kind of like this city with a sort of a silhouette skyline with the game title on a sort of a billboard with sort of rain, maybe just a few frames animation with these windows that are like the buttons. They could also have just a few frames of animation to kind of build this sense of being in a mood, being like as soon as you load it up, you're in this place with this music and this certain sort of lighting, kind of modern noirish, I guess. And then when you're in the game, the actual game board could be this building with each letter being like a window, and they black out as you use the letters and then flick back on with a new letter there. So I'll give that a go because it's a bit boring at the moment. At the moment it just looks like this. The menu looks like this. And it's just, it's just debug stuff, but it's just so static. You load up a thing, and then this is just, it's all debuggy, and certainly that never is very appealing. But it's also just, I guess because it's not alive, because it's not actually animated, you just kind of feel like you can quit out at any time. It's like, yeah, cool. Whereas when it's animated, you kind of feel a bit like, oh, it's alive there, it's responding to me. It's sort of, I can't just turn it off, I'm killing it, I can't just, I've got to like, it's depending on me to kind of keep it, I guess you're sort of in there real time, so. It's looking better. I drew this picture over a sort of a reference image of New York photo. Did a kind of a matte painting, just lots of layers of working over it. This is still butt ugly. Like that though. So this is the final dealio. We've got some silhouettes in the windows, which turned out pretty cool. They were actually one of the favourite bits that I did. As you unlock more detective levels, you get the harder cases, and you get to see the new Pikachus. This lady in red has her hair blowing in the wind. That was a bit of fun. And yeah, it turned out good. And the actual game looks like this. So you can still see the skyline in the background with the timer and the eraser, and making the words in the foreground.